Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. It's another beautiful day. If you'd like to see how I got this look, please continue watching. So today I'm going to be using, I use my vitamin C Naturium serum for on my skin, and then I applied the Drunk Elephant whipped cream. And for the primer, I'm going to be using the Milk Hydro Grip. And I'll just apply some of that on my face. Oh, that smells so nice. So with the Sephora sale, I'll just let you know now. I did. So with the Sephora sale, it starts on April the 4th until April the 14th. And Sephora products are going to be on sale for 30% off. And that's any Sephora product. And then for Rouge, they go from April the 4th until April the 14th, and they get 20% off. So if you're a Rouge member, VIP goes from April the 8th to April the 14th, and they get 15% off. And then the Insider members go from April the 9th to April the 14th, and they get 10% off. But for the Sephora products, it's the entire time. So April the 4th to April the 14th, everyone can get 30% off of any of the Sephora brand products. So that's a really fun sale that goes on every spring. Get you ready for your summer. Okay, that feels good. So the next thing I'm going to be using is my Armani Luminous Silk foundation, and I'm just going to put some on with my finger first, just to get some of the product on my skin. Well, just to let you know too that the Dior has worn beautifully on different products so far, so really enjoying that product. I'm just going to use a brush to spread out the Armani Silk foundation. And again, I'll list the products that I used today down. So I'll get this spread out. And Luminous Silk has been out for a long time, and it is a beautiful foundation as well. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a very, this is lightly dampened sponge, and I'm just going to push this product into my skin. Just to give it a little help with the application. I know that one of the things on my sort of want list is getting an eyeshadow primer. I've been using my concealer, but I wouldn't mind trying a primer just because like one of the MUAs that I really like to watch is Robert Welsh, and he recommended using an eye primer. So it's something that I'm going to give a go. But I've got to get a good eye primer first, and just waiting for the sale. So the next thing I'm going to use is it's Cali Ray color corrector. Sometimes I have a hard time getting something out, and that's a part of my disability. So if I do that from time to time, just know that's all it is. But this is the Cali Ray color corrector, And I'm just going to use just a little bit before I put on the concealer. So I'm just going to use just some light dabs here just to help with the covering up of any of the darkness. And I'm going to use, I have a little tiny travel size concealer brush, and I'll use that one for this just because it has some color. And so I'm just going to get this spread out a little bit. Just, yeah, so that's one of my plans. I'd really like to try out an eyeshadow primer and just see what it's like, and does it really make a huge impact. He said that it really does, and like I said, I'm always willing to grow and learn. I'm just a makeup enthusiast, so I do like to learn. And I mean, he's a makeup artist, so he's from England and he's a YouTuber as well, and he's actually even did some he's worked with brands and created some products and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Like, he has, I believe, an eyeshadow palette with Blend Bunny, and apparently that's beautiful. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use is just my Tower 28. I'm going to use my Tower 28 concealer, the Serum concealer. This is just a beautiful day, everyday type of concealer. I really, at first, because I was still sort of testing it, I really was unsure. But since using it, especially on YouTube, and actually seeing its performance and stuff like that, I really actually like this. This is a really nice concealer. And again, some of the influencers that I really like to watch have all mentioned it. And then, of course, I wanted to try it. So the last sale, I decided to get it, and I've been trying it out ever since. And I now realize, yeah, I see what they mean by it being a really good concealer. It is. It's a really nice hydrating concealer, and it's a little bit more affordable than like the Natasha Denona and my Dior. And those again are some of my favorites. But this, I have to say, is my one of my favorite everyday concealers. And now, mind you, I like to use my Natasha Denona, and I like to use my Dior as well. And I do, because there's no point in owning a product and not using it, right? So that's sort of my philosophy in life. Like, I mean, that changed over the years. When I was younger, I used to not want to use something because it was, such a valuable product. I mean, I didn't grow up with much, but so I valued those things. But now that I'm where I'm at in my life, I'm just like, no, use it up. Why not? I mean, that's the thing. Why else get something if you're not going to use it? And that's another reason. Like, but I'm also retired, so that makes a big difference. But that's another reason why I do my eye makeup the way I do it every day. It's a bit of fun for me now. And I'm just going to use my Laura Mercier translucent hydrating setting powder. And so, what odds if I'm just going to go sort of just around my eyes and my T-zone right now, because I do have some cream products I'm going to be going in with, and I don't want to go over too much to stop that stuff from working. But in all honesty, like, I'm pretty sure you can put the Charlotte Tilbury, and that's what I'm using for my bronzer, cream bronzer. It's a good product. So when you get a good product like this, it often plays well with powders and stuff like that anyway. So, but anyway, yeah. So now that I'm retired and I've got the time every morning, and this is, something that gets me out and feeling good, because my job used to do that. I used to love my job, and I was in a position where I could help people and stuff like that. So that made me feel good. I really enjoyed that aspect of my job, just knowing that I might have been helping somebody and hopefully making them feel better. I mean, nobody can do that to 100% of people, but I tried my best to help people. Okay, and the next cream product I'm going to be using, I'm going to go in with the Cloud Paint by Glossier in this shade Storm. And I don't apply it straight on my cheeks. What I'm going to do is just put some on a lid because I need to get a palette. And then I'm going to blend it into my brush and then apply it to my cheek. I just find this is it's allows you a little bit more control with the application of a cream product, especially like a cream blush. And so many cream blushes are so pigmented. You have to really be careful with that application. Oh yeah, this guy didn't like my scars there, so I just got to be careful around my scars. Or it could have been dry patches, unsure, but I do have scars on my face as well. So I'm just going to apply some of this cloud paint. There we go. I'm working on how I'm doing my makeup, and sometimes I get a little off on the way my order in which I'm supposed to do it. I should have really put on my powder after I put on my cream products, but it sort of slipped my mind. There we go. But it's still going to work anyway because, again, these products work well with the powder anyway. I'm just going to let that set. And my next thing is I'm going to just go off screen and do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. I'm back and I have my eyebrows done. And also I did an eyeshadow look on this eye here. And I'm going to show you how I achieved it on this eye. And I used my Galactic Visitor Palette by Singe Beauty. Angelica Nyqvist is the creator of this brand, and she's a very talented woman. So this is the color story. And how many nights did I lay in bed just wanting to use these mint colors? And I'm like, oh, I've got to get around to using those mints because they're just so beautiful. So I'm here today and I created this look. So the first shade I'm going to actually go in with is the light mint matte here. And I'm going to be laying it down on the inner corner. Now I've got a few different brushes here. Here's the one that I used. So I'm just going to use this on the mint. And I'm going to start laying this mint right here on the inner. What a beautiful, beautiful color. Just a second, I dipped it in. Okay. Yep, I'm laying in bed going, okay, when am I going to use this color? And just dreaming about it because I absolutely love, love, love this mint. It is just gorgeous. And I'm just going to give that little touch up there. As I go, I like to play with both eyes and make sure they both look equally as good. So the next color I'm going to actually use is this light peach here. And I'm going to use that right here on the outside. And I'm just going to lay this down just as the transition. Now I won't blend it into that mint. I don't want to lose my mint color, but I do want to get some of this beautiful peach color down. Okay, and then the next color I'm going to go in with is this color here. So it's the deeper peach. Let me just see. Make sure I'm using the right brush. I'll use a rougher 14. I'm just going to build this color right up to the margin of the mint, and I'm going to go under just a little bit just to join it all. And these are very contrasting colors, of course, and contrast is always a beautiful thing when it comes to eyeshadow looks. Okay, and then I'm going to use, I'm going to actually go in with my primer at this point, my NYX glitter glue primer. I'm just going to spread some on the eyelid. Like so, right over that color. Give my finger a wipe. Have a drink of water. Staying hydrated is always important. And I'm just going to give that primer just a little bit of a dry there. There we go. And the next thing I'm going to do is go in with this beautiful mint sparkly. Look how gorgeous that is. That is so beautiful. Wow. Angelica is a woman who can really create and come up with a brilliant vision. Like, this woman is so good with colors, and I am a big fan of hers. And of course, when I first started out, I was like, oh, colors, no, never, never. And the more, like, one of my girlfriends actually pointed out to me, she was like, Stacy, color looks better on you than more neutral shades. And I said, really? And she was like, oh, absolutely. So I started noticing that too. And I was like, oh, and then I just became a bit more confident using color. The next shade I'm going to go in with is this beautiful peach glittery one. And I'm just going to go right here. Just at that margin, sort of just go over the two to blend the two together. Perfect. And then the next thing I'm going to do is use this color here. Now, I like it. Maybe the next time I might try that color, but for today, I've already used this color. So I'm going to go in with that one again. And it is pretty. I'm just wondering what the other color might look like the next time, because this has more of a plum undertone, which I really don't mind because I love plum anyway. But I'd be sort of curious what this look. No, I like the plum though. I actually really like that look. And I think it's really going to come together once I get the mascara on and that. And that's the thing with your eyeshadow looks is you have to trust the process. So like, to look at it now, you might go, oh no. But it's about the whole completed look and getting your hair done and finishing everything together, and then it really comes together. I'm just going to go back in with this shade here, and I'm just going to go on the top here just to keep these colors nice and vibrant, and I'm going to come right under here and just smoke that out and just lighten it and blend it all. Perfect. Whilst trying to keep the two eyes balanced. And then I'll use my big blender again, go in with the light shade and just make sure this is all just nicely, the edges are softened a bit. Lovely. Awesome. Okay. And the one thing is I want to keep that mint really vibrant. So I'm just going to go back and keep dipping it into the shimmer. So I just wipe my brush off and I'm just going to deepen this up just a bit more. And then I'm going to go in with my other powders. And so there we go. What a beautiful palette. Thank you, Angelica. That's like, I mean, even lately, I'm wanting to go back and use the Odin's Eye palettes too that Angelica created. Those are just beautiful as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with my powder products. So my powder bronzer, I'm just going to use my House Labs. And I'm just going to do a touch of powder where I did the cream. Just to touch that up. And then I'm going to go in with a Singe Beauty blush. And that's, I have to use my glasses. Risky Raisin. I'm just going to do a touch of the Risky Raisin on my cheek. And here's my blush. Just do a dab of the Risky Raisin. Okay. And I'll use, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to keep it to that without any highlight today. Let me see. So I have to do the contour as well on my brow bone and my nose. So I'm just going to use that light shade just on my brow bone here and then down my nose. Sorry if my hand's a little bit shaky, but again, that's because of the damage I have to the right side of my body. And then I'm going to go in with this bronzer here and I'm going to sculpt the nose. Perfect. And the next thing I'm going to do is go in with my Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder. And I'm going to do some of this just to blend those edges now, just to soften it up, soften this look up. There we go, just to soften it up and bring it all together. Perfect. And then I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Lovely. And that'll melt everything together. I'll just use my fan to dry it down. The next thing I'm going to be doing is going in with my lipstick, and I'll be using Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. I believe this one's in the Pink Venus. No, Pillow Talk. And then I'm going to be using my lipstick in Nude Venus. So I'll be using those on my lips. the Pat McGrath lipstick in Nude Venus. Beautiful. I really love this shade. I think the next time I might have to get a repurchase of this one. This is one of my favorite lipsticks from her line, just because when I do a bright eye, I like to keep it neutral there. So I'm going to go off screen and I'm going to do my mascara, which is I'll be using the Ilia mascara today, and I'll do my hair and I'll be right back. Well, I had a lot of fun today. Thank you for joining me. And if you can, please subscribe to my channel, and that way you'll be notified of all future uploaded videos. Also, give the video a like if you enjoyed today, and leave a comment. Let me know the things that you're planning on getting at the Sephora event come April 4th. Anyway, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling good and I'm ready for my day. And I hope you all have a good day too. Bye.